Hello, everybody, and welcome. Tonight, I've got a legend with me, and it's no other than Uncle Sam. And how are you doing
That's
today,
capital
Uncle Sam?
UNCLE, capital SAM, Uncle Sam, the Uncle Sam.
And how you doing tonight?
Doing good. I don't really like to do these kinds of things, but sometimes, showing your face and like mingling with folks is what like some people that work for me tell me is best. And so you don't see me around often. You see Obama, my boy, he's out there a lot. And then I got some other guys. I don't even know all their names. I talk to Obama every now and then, but I do this, and I appreciate you working for me and paying taxes and shit like that. So
So,
yeah,
tell us a little bit about yourself. Because you're some kind of like a god that a lot of people worship,
yeah.
and
A lot of people know me. A lot of people like me, and yeah, I started around 1776, but before that there was my ancestors. There was cardinals, priests, kings, queens. And essentially, my family, the Sams, we figured this out better than all them, and we've been kicking it around here, 1776, doing our thing, helping children and building stuff, and making sure everyone has jobs and things like that. I do a lot of important stuff, and we're well known.
right.
I mean,
So,
I did have two world wars. They even named them World War I and Two. I mean, those are probably some of my greatest accomplishments. I mean, we did stop, violence and stuff or something. I don't know.
So you've got some people recognize you as a good thing, that you do things for the greater good, for the betterment of
Yeah,
society.
of course. I mean, like, I've helped children and stuff. I mean, there's these poor people that need help, and I do that all the time. I mean, I don't know why you would even say that some people think. I mean, like Uncle Sam is. Look how many American flags are outside everybody's house. Those are for me. Those are little "I love you" notes to me. Everybody, I see them everywhere. Nobody doubts me. I know what's best for them. Their
But there's
jobs, their money, everything. That's why I wear
there,
such a big hat.
but there are some people out there that say that you use coercion, and if people don't comply to the coercion, then you get it.
Cahoots, what? Come on now. Now, who would build the roads if I didn't facilitate these things? I put these people in place. Now, I give you guys some choices, but seriously, at the end of the day, I just do that to make you guys feel good because I even picked that guy. I picked Obama. He didn't win any election, but I picked him because he knew it was right. His redistribution of the funds that we so generously allocate to you guys and sometimes ourselves for the road reconstruction plans, what he's doing with healthcare, these came from me. I did those. I knew it was best. We didn't have to have an election to figure all that out. I'm always here. I'm here for you guys all the time. And when I go out, I was just in Indianapolis last weekend, and I got a lot of love and respect, not only from those who work for me, like the law enforcement and city workers, but the people themselves. Lots of hugs, lots of love for Uncle Sam. I'm loved.
But people look up you as some kind of some god. They worship you. But some people look at you as some kind of, the top of the, like a mob boss, a gang member. I mean,
Oh, you mean the ones that are not proper citizens and stuff that have to go to the jails? Those criminals? We're supposed to care what criminals think?
that was another question I was going to ask you as well. Some people seem to think that you don't have empathy for, kidnapping and caging people for victimless crimes, where they've not harmed anybody, there's no harm, injury, or loss to anybody. Some people think that you don't have any empathy for people.
I don't empathy. I don't even know what word you're talking about here, but I people are they're in high amount of danger without me. And I've built these facilities and these beautiful justice buildings. They are called justice centers. They are called House of Corrections, and these make communities beautiful. And the people that are in there, the law is the law. And if the law is the law, you follow the law. And if you don't do that, you go to the House of Corrections. And those things help keep people safe. Coercion, I mean, everyone's fine with these things. They exist. They're here. I don't know what the problem is, why you would word these things so funny. You know what that ecstasy? Isn't that a drug? That's illegal. Someone's going to have to arrest this guy. Hey, when you got, after the show, find out where this guy is.
So who's your you got all these different agencies that work for you. Which is your favorite agency?
Oh, my prize agency. I mean, I put a lot of thought into the executive branch. You know, the president. It's really important because I'm really busy. Like I like drink margaritas and like party with these like gorgeous looking women and men. I travel the world and like I don't have a job, and so I really only talk to like the executive branch. I know that like I've created this system where like there's the Congress and the Senate, and then like all my people kind of like dance around in there. Again, I always have the ultimate say. I always win. I haven't gone anywhere. 1776. You know what I mean? Stepped on here. Got my hack's gotten bigger and bigger ever since. That means I'm smarter. You're not wearing a hat. That says something. You don't have the nice long hair like I do. But
I'll put one on.
That's cool, but it's rounded at the bottom. This shows dominance. Been here for a while. And these stars, those are countries I've dominated. Yeah, that's just me. But I forgot what you asked me. So. Whatever.
Would you say that your favorite gang? I mean, your favorite agency that you've created is the IRS or the military, or is it just?
Sure, of course. I mean, obviously, it's the military, and like with my close second favorite are the pros commonly refer to them as Leos, but like the military is just a fun game for me. Like it has really nothing to do with like whatever those guys that I put in charge there are talking about. But like this is just a game to me. It's like pretend you have like a tank and like you can drive it around and like bomb this other stuff and like crash and burn and it's like fun. So like I have all these things and I just get mad at some other guy who is over there peeing on some oil or something, and I come on over and bang boom, bang boom. It's pretty cool,
So is that the idea? Is that the idea to go into other lands and steal people's stuff, in order to be successful?
Well, like I said, it's like a game. It's like it's like a game. You go to go bowling, but you accidentally get drunk and like, yay, it's a bonus. Like I play these little war games and like, oh, if I find some oil or I just so happen to provide some more people with jobs and help out their poor, then of course I should get 85% of their wealth, resources, and time. I think that's fair. That's logical. That's why the hat's so big.
Yeah, talking about your hat, you're right. Last time I saw you is on some video on YouTube, and you're promoting voting. And you went up to some African-looking guy, and he was saying, "Hey, Uncle Sam, how you doing?" You turned around and you said, "Have you got any oil?" And he said, "No." And you said, "Well, you can't be my friend." What was all that about?
Well, I mean, if we're gonna get serious, that's cool. But like, so sometimes I make agreements. I've hung out with like a Saudi prince, and I even hung out with Osama bin Laden a little bit, and we've had some interactions, but sometimes what do they call it? Give and take relationships. I have that fun game, the war game and stuff. So people might have some oil, and so or some people might want some oil, and you can make some symbiotic relationships here, and not to say that I won't fix that later. Sometimes like. Obama's my boy for now. But Osama bin Laden, he was doing good. I gave him some of my little toys. I was like, hey man, go pop some caps over there and stuff. Shoot these people. And he did that for a while, but then all of a sudden, he tried putting those things at me, so I had to show him, like, I only gave him the little guns, you know what I mean? I had the and I came in after that, like, boom, you know, and the good thing is like, it's that bonus thing again, like, I was just fucking around with him. Like, I was enjoying watching him pop off the little guns I gave him, but then when he started shooting back at me, I was like, no, man, whatever. So I had a little more fun and just smashed him. But then back at home, you know, my guy tells me that, like, you know, at the time that was Bush, you know, my homeboy, Bush, you know, hey, I'm George Bush. He's my boy. But he was telling me that, like, that really got people scared, and that, like, you know, he was able to increase my profits at home by like 15 to 20%, maybe even more down the long run. That's why I got Barry in there. Oh, sorry, you guys know him as Obama. But so yeah, I mean, sometimes, you know, to the victor goes the spoils of my little games. Benefit two ways, like, you know, get a little bit of oil, help out my buddy, have a nice little relationship. Maybe we pop off you know, a guy standing over here, and when I'm done with that, maybe I pull the trigger on him, and all the while back home, you guys, like, go to the jobs I set up for you, the dollar thing my friends at the Reserve, the banking people made. I work with them too real closely, but you guys fight over all that stuff, and just keeps me out here playing my games. Nice little life.
Yeah. So I want to go back to the video. You were down there in Miami promoting voting, and there's some other guy in a black costume and a mask, looked like Guy Fawkes, and he came up to you, and you were promoting voting or something, and he messed with some cards because you were putting these cards into people's hands, hoping that they're going to go to the polls. And I think your slogan was something like, "It doesn't matter who you vote for, but you still win," or something. You still get in.
Yeah, I've yet to find that V. It's the one. That's my nemesis there. Sometimes you have these thorns in your side, but yeah, I was down there trying to, you know, my guys that lined up this interview here, you know, the PR thing, trying to let people know that I sometimes do things for them at whatever times and stuff. But so I was down there, like, voting, because, like, voting's this, it's kind of another game I watch. It's kind of like, you know, that football and baseball stuff that everybody tunes into for me. But voting, you know, I kind of give them a choice. But like I said before, I've already kind of picked. I know who I want in there. Like, I got to gel with this guy. It's long, you know, concluded before it even gets down there. But I was out trying to just say, hey, voting is good, and, like, go try to pick a winner, and it's gonna be whoever I want. But V ran a little monkey wrench into my plans and switched my cards. They actually said voting is violence. And there's no guns in voting or anything like that. I don't even know why he would say that, but he slipped away that day. But I've been looking for him ever since.
So tell us about the war on drugs. Why you bring this war on drugs around?
Well, it's just like all my other wars. I use them to create fear amongst people. And when the people are afraid, then I can do a lot more stuff for them. And, like, protect them and buy more cool toys to play with and give some of them more jobs. You know, so, like, I expanded this thing called the police, and now more people have police jobs, and that means more people love the police because they're, like, related to them and stuff. And then the police control the other people, and so when, like, smartasses come up to me and try to say that, like, voting is violence, like them little V fuckers, I can put them in one of my nice little house of corrections that we're all paying for, that you all pay for, that I can help correct their behavior and, you know, make them normal like all the decent folks out there in my land.
Yeah, but shouldn't somebody who's an individual be allowed to put in their body, you know, what they want to put in their
I
body?
know what's best for people. I can't believe you think that all these people will decide what's best for them. I mean, how do you think we made it from 1776 to 2015? The heck? It's me. You might think you know what's best for you. You might think that you can have chaos that you love, but I keep order. Everything that you got is because of me. This thing we're on, these computers, these internets, Uncle Sam. I'm responsible. You know what that's like? difficult. I can't. Where do you guys get these fuckers?
So you
The next
think
question.
so you think that you have a right to tell somebody what they can and cannot put in their body?
Hey, I have to control a lot of things, and
I
I'm
mean,
not about
it sounds
explaining
like slavery, man. It
to
sounds like
somebody with a rounded hat how somebody with a fucking big hat handles things. And like some people, if they can't get along, I will show them the errors in their ways. I've created ways to make this happen. So you make me sound like this big bad guy who just like, don't put that in your body. I'll try to teach you the right way. I have cops out there to stop you. I got media and news to tell you how bad it is. I mean, if you still choose to rebel and harm your body that I need to produce like toys and get oil from stuff and work with my friends to give you things, then we'll put you in and we'll get you corrected. I care about everybody.
so. What about the school system? Why are you involved in that? What?
We don't want dumb people, right? Everyone wants big hats, not little hats. So like, I need some of my people to work, and so while they're off at work, they can't really teach the kids, build them a school, ask them for a little bit more money, and I need a little bit more for myself as well too. Then I got to kick some over there, give them the
But
schools. And
but
I got
some
to tell them, we've got that pledge of allegiance. They got to, know who provided them this school, know these colors, get the mindset right.
some
Productive
people would
people.
say that it's only teaching obedience.
What's best for people, you mean by obedient? What's best? Obedient. What's best? That's obvious.
Okay.
Okay. Obviously, you didn't learn this stuff at some point.
Well, I'm just here to ask the
Does
questions
he live,
from.
does he live in the United States? This guy around here? Yeah. All right. Yeah, yeah. I think we might be seeing each other really soon.
What's the idea with the drones? This drone program you've got, spying on people, all these alphabet agencies,
Well, how can I know what's best for people if I don't really know what the people are doing? And if you're not doing it what Uncle Sam doesn't want, then you got nothing to hide. You
Yeah, but
know?
like, do you think it's intrusive? I mean, Edward Snowden's come out with all this spying stuff. He's blown the whistle on all this spying stuff.
Listen, you can be as free as you want as long as you pay me. So, like, you don't think you're free enough? Pay a little more. It's that easy, right? It's about the. You don't think Obama? I mean, I let him roll. He does his thing. Give him a cool little airplane, big little car. It's all right. People just gotta, work their way up. It's the land of the free, home of the brave. Do 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 do. Ambition. Just focus that energy right through Uncle Sam. Let me help you. Licensing, laws, regulations. Need the cops to shake down some competition. We can make it work. All my buddies are. I mean, it works. It comes around. Talk to one of my. They're like secretaries to me, but people call them like congressmen and stuff, senators. Call them. Give them a little thing. They get a little thing.
So who's going to be a boy or girl in 2016?
Well, it's probably too early for me to release that, but Ted, Hillary, I don't know. I might even pull the wild card and say Obama could stay. Why not? Do whatever I want. I'm Uncle Sam. Just say, hey, this is what's for best to everybody. Barry will take care of it. Everybody loves him. But it is good to switch it up because if I was in there every day, I don't know. Things would be a little bit different. But, I'm retired. I do the things back here. Pick one or two guys. They carry out my plans.
So
It's the hat.
are we going to see any more rise in theft? I mean, taxes.
Rising theft. there's always people should always be concerned about theft. That's why I've had the police, and so the police will help them. Um, but I do have some new ideas, and I have the hat is big and it's getting bigger, and checkpoints, right? Like I'd like to call them civilian safety stops, and just to make sure everyone's the right shape, maybe has the right identifications, maybe these new little maybe wristbands or something that not like I had an idea for like in the skin type things, but I'm gonna go maybe yeah maybe, but little wristband things, and so just start utilizing those, getting some of my people to try them out. But I got a lot of other ideas. There's always those people on the other side of the world over there who like are starving and stuff. The North Korea, and I always really been kind of wanting to go in there and just wreck some shit. And
Are you saying that that's where the next war might be? I mean,
I don't know if you call that a war, like even what we got going on now. Like it's not a war in Iraq. Like I'm just trying to I got some friends who really like that oil, and I'm trying to position myself in a spot where like either I can like dish this off to somebody else at a higher value, or maybe keep it. It's been pretty good the last 12 years being over there. I mean, gas prices are down, right? Right? Who did that? Who did that? I think I did that. But so North Korea, they don't really have anything I want, but the benefits of that would be the scare tactics. Oh man, I didn't say that out loud, did I? Act like that didn't happen. Yeah, so it would just like if North Korea would do something crazy, I'd have to work really hard to protect you. But I got some ideas about that, and the people should know that they're going to be safe so long as I wear this hat.
I want to talk to you about Iran because that's been in the news. That there's a lot of people talking about Iran, and there's some scaremongering about it building a nuclear weapon or something. And if you've got nuclear weapons, why can't somebody else have nuclear weapons? And aren't you the only person that's actually used a nuclear weapon on some people?
Nuclear weapons, don't know much about that, but
well, the folks in Hiroshima and Nagasaki did.
Sure. It's really hard when you're controlling a lot of people. That wasn't in my best interest, but sometimes rats get out of the cage, and it really helped me, and the backlash from that was really beneficial to me. I got a lot of my enemies in line with that. And in fact, I think the hat grew probably right to there around then. It was one of my, sometimes you just react to things and boom, I seize the moment, I mean, look at a lot of taxation after that, industrial boom, a lot of things were being produced, skimming off the top, bringing in regulations. I really, while people had that in their mind, I excelled from the other side.
All right, so is there a website or a Facebook page where people can come to find out more about you?
Well, Uncle Sam, yes, he has a Facebook page, I guess, Uncle Sam Uncensored. He is just getting back going, and there are a set of playlist videos on YouTube at libertyontour.com, but Uncle Sam will be migrating over to truthvoice.com here this week with his first video in 2 years, again to truthvoice.com, where I went to Indianapolis to mingle with my people and make sure that they were aware that April 15th is coming up. I have definitely spent the budget this year, let me tell you, and it is time to collect. And if I don't collect, I send the men with guns and or take property. I see you got a microphone there, just so you know. I will document that microphone right there to the IRS because I want to make sure I get a cut of that. It seems like that chair is leather too, just so you know. Hope you guys are marking that down.
That's your collection agency that you're going to send after people?
Well, they don't understand that George has to help. And so if you're not going to help, then yeah, it's not fair that for the people that willingly pay that you cannot pay. And so I have to make you pay. Plus, as a benefit, this isn't my goal, but other people see that and then they pay.
You say make people pay. What will happen if people don't pay? If people resist?
What the fuck do you think's going to happen? Man, this guy. It's like, you know what's going to happen. What happens if you don't pay your taxes, man? Have I not been doing my job? Who do I got to fire? Get Barry on the phone. What happens when you don't pay your taxes? Answer questions. Irritating me, man. I've been sitting here for a while, and I've taken these questions, but this is some basic stuff here, buddy. What happens if you don't pay your taxes?
Well, I guess you'll be kidnapped and caged.
Kidnapped and caged? No, I will come to acquire my property. I will ask you to pay your taxes. And if you don't at that time, which most people do, most people don't even go that far. Chicken shit motherfuckers. But I'll take your stuff. And if you still have some stuff left, I'll take that too. And if you really want to get crazy, I can get crazy. We're not playing anymore.
Man,
this is obvious stuff.
You sound a bit like an asshole.
Man, well, I take a little bit of time out of my busy day. I was helping little sick children all day. And I started in the morning when I had to go jack up the businessmen for some money. You know, and still play my game of war later tonight. You know, like, brown people don't bomb themselves.
True. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, Uncle Sam, he's... Have you got one message for the people before we leave here? What is it?
Pay your taxes. Of course, pay your taxes. It's hard to be Uncle Sam. Show a little appreciation. Don't make me go out of my way. It'll just cost you more taxes. Give me what I need. Things will be fine. Don't listen to guys like this guy. Or that V dude. You guys sound like fucking same morons. It's ridiculous. I don't know what, like, did you skip my schooling? Like, somebody, who's in the... I gotta find out who's in charge of the school stuff. Not very happy. I thought these were gonna be, you know, like, we're gonna sing some Home of the Free, Land of the Brave stuff and, like, talk about my big hat and pretty stuff, but calling these things theft and taxation, like, just makes me angry.
Are we going to be seeing a tour of you throughout the United States, different states?
Well, I mean, I understand people might be a little upset, so I do plan to be around. These guys are telling me to come out a little bit more. Been busy, man. You know, war is like a 4-hour-a-day game, and then there's like my vices and stuff like that, and then I gotta like help the kids, but then you know you gotta jack up some other things, but whatever. So yeah, I was in Indianapolis last weekend. Might be in Ohio here, Cleveland, the near future. Who knows where else? I could be anywhere at any time. I got an endless amount of funds, as long as you keep paying your taxes. Well, to be honest, it doesn't really matter. But who's watching this fucking show, anyways? Like 4 people. How many more questions do you have for me? 5.
Ladies and gentlemen, Uncle Sam.
That's
He's
me.
An asshole.
No, I'm not. I'm your savior. Not an asshole. Without me, you'd all be screwed. It'd be chaos. Who wants chaos?